Thanks, Dodgy, and thanks, Richard, for that welcome to country. And I too acknowledge the Larrakia people and pay my respects to elders past, present and emerging. As a local member, it's a wonderful honour to be here this evening, but this is the culmination of 4 years' work between AFL and the Northern Territory Government and the City of Darwin, and I acknowledge Alderman Peter Payne-Quee. Having lights on this oval means that we can have a wonderful premiership-winning Premier grade team here playing and the community coming out to celebrate. But it also means we can get our juniors out into the evening, out of the heat of the day. So I'm really proud as local member for Nightcliff to have delivered these lights for our community. Thank you.
Thanks, Natasha. I'd like to now introduce Kate Warden, Minister for Sports, to speak about the contribution of the NT Government. Once again, thank you.
Thanks, Dodgy, and thanks, Richard. It's always good to be on Larrakia land, and a welcome like that makes us know that we're at home as well. Thank you. I think I must be the luckiest person here tonight because I started out on council many years ago and wanting the vision of seeing lights on our suburban ovals, and then I was a backbencher for 4 years and we named the previous Minister for Sport, Lauren Moss. So I just want to acknowledge Lauren's work tonight because Lauren worked for the last 4 years with the City of Darwin Council, but it's now my great job as the Minister for Sport to be able to officially open these lights tonight. So I think I'm probably once again the luckiest person in the world. It's great because these juniors can now train under lights, and particularly with the growth of women, the fact that we can elongate the amount of time that these ovals can be played on and not in the heat is just the best outcome for not just the Nightcliff Club but also the cricket clubs and the greater community. So congratulations everyone involved. I think that tonight this really means we're handing over the asset to the council, look after the lights, or Natasha will come and find you later. But yeah, Natasha and I have fought all week about who was going to open the lights, and she came 15 minutes before to flick the switch without my knowledge, so that's okay, it's all good in love and politics. Thanks again for having me, and I look forward to a great game tonight.
Thank you, Dodgy. Thank you, Richard, for the welcome to country. And our ministers here, thank you for being here. I think Nightcliff is a fantastic suburb and fantastic village. I just want to tell you a little story. We moved to Nightcliff in 1960, 14 Campus Street, right across the road there. And this here was just bush. It was all bushland and nothing else. And in the early 60s, the community got it bulldozed. And I remember walking around here as a young bloke, or child still. I walk around here, picking up sticks and throwing them back of, and it was a community effort. And so we walk around here, picking up sticks and throwing them back of the truck. And this oval was built by the community. And it's great to see. It's a milestone now with the lights. I think it sort of caps off. We just maybe look at the stadium on the other side. We have to lobby government for that one. So thank you very much. Funny you should mention that. Yeah, thank you, thanks, Deputy. And now, just finally, Stuart Topham, head of AFLNT, one of our key stakeholders. We couldn't do this sort of thing without the support and recommendations from the AFL. So, Stuart, just going to say a few words to get us underway.
Thanks very much, Dodgy, and look, thanks for another beautiful welcome country in Richie. It's always privileged to be on Larrakia. Thanks very much to NT Government, City of Darwin, for their support in lighting up a number of fields around Darwin. I think they're important assets for the community, and like you said, Kate, it gives us some more fixturing flexibility, and it just helps keep our facilities moving and improving. So thank you very much for that to you guys. And we look forward to maybe some more investment in our community facilities moving forward as well. So, look, and Dodgy, to the Nightcliff Footy Club, you've done a great job lobbying and really pushing this project through. So keep up the great work. Thanks, Dodgy.
Thanks very much. And lastly, I'd just like to thank all of our players, our supporters, our sponsors. We couldn't do it without you. Today's coin toss is being tossed by Darwin Mazda, who are our grant naming sponsor, one of our sponsors today. But we look forward to a great game, and go Tigers!
Thanks, Dodgy.
Thank you. Can we get
A group shot. No more I got no money.
I've got money.
Council's got money. Nate's got money. It's just their facility.
So I've got some static ones, but I've got the full video. So do you want to? It's pretty long. It's about 5 minutes.
Robbie Campbell. Robbie, you know Robert? Yeah, Robbie's there. Sorry, your boy. Yes! Get in. Mackie's coming, grab a jumper now. Where we go? Oh, how good's this, lads? How good's, eh? Remember, we're fucking home, we don't lose here. This is our fortress, eh? Okay? I think fucking you think about it for a while now. We're fucking buying it. Everyone here bought into the fucking club and our philosophy, eh? Right? We were playing fucking, we don't even speak much here now. We just fucking go to work. Hey, let's go. Come on, boys. We know our fucking job. Start off. Our job. Tigers on 3! 1, 2, 3, Tigers! Come on, boys, come on. Which way? We're going down this way, lads. Hurry. You're all right, mate. Yeah. Here we go.
We're underway here at Nightcliff Oval, and first game under lights at this venue, and big crowd in. District's kicking towards the city end of the ground, moving the ball forward now, but intercepted there by Nightcliff. Sorry, we're a bit disjointed at the moment. We'll sort ourselves out pretty quickly. So Jacob Labber at halfback for Districts, kicks to the outer side of the ground, looking there for Kaya Jones. Jones takes the mark on the outer wing. Jones kicks along towards centre half forward now. Ball spills free, hand pass comes out, a quick snap around the corner as well, looks pretty good. And that's a great finish by James Chittis. And Districts draw first blood with the first goal on the board. James Chittis, of course, crossing over from Nightcliff this season, so gets plenty of congratulations from his teammates, and a perfect start for Southern Districts.
Well, welcome, as you said, Stu, here at Nightcliff today. Liz Cruz and Stu Davis in the commentary box, and pretty soon we'll be joined by Southern Districts legend Shannon Rusker. Fantastic crowd here, as you said, Stu. We've got a few dark clouds around, and we're doing a live open-air broadcast, so bit of unknown factor, but yeah, fantastic to be here today, Stu.
Yeah, it certainly is, and that was just the start Districts would have wanted. They go in a little bit under strength with Nick Rokar missing out this week, so but that's they looked good early, and that's promising signs for them. And they've got their hands on the ball now. Bowden clears from down towards half forward, knocked away by Brown. He takes possession now. He's tackled straight away, caught with the ball underneath him. Play on's the call as it comes out. There's a bit of a wrestling match there, and eventually we'll have a ball up at half forward for Southern Districts.
Fantastic to see before the game too. NT Government here for the first game under lights at Darwin Mazda at Nightcliff Oval. Darwin NT Government provided the funding for the project, and Darwin City Council passed the motion, so fantastic to play under lights here in Nightcliff this evening.
So again, a wrestle for the ball just outside the goal square at the end, to which Southern Districts are kicking, and another ball up. Big Paddy Gallo comes in for Districts, but couldn't get his hand to the ball this time. Umpires found a free kick, and it'll go Nightcliff's way, so the opportunity to clear deep in defence. And that's Mac Rivet. He kicks towards the near side of the ground, off hands in the marking contest, and bounces over the boundary line, and a boundary throw in.
So Nightcliff coming off a 95-point win against Palmerston Magpies, and obviously sitting first on the ladder. Southern Districts not having such a successful year, but off to a really good start with the first goal, Stu.
Yeah, so they're just outside the 5 with 3 wins, but have only beaten basically the bottom two teams. But we know they've got plenty of talent on their side, and you would think under a new coach that it's just a matter of time before they start to get things together a bit more, which they have been over the last couple of weeks, to be fair. So it's Chittis again for Districts. He has a player on the lead, doesn't quite reach him, and now on the ground in front of the pack, Nightcliff mopping up, and Budrick gets the clearance for Nightcliff down towards the centre of the ground, but strong across half back there, and Districts the opportunity. It's McGregor with the kick forward, and he finds a teammate at centre half forward there in K.O. Jones. So Jones at pretty much true centre half forward. It's our vantage point is ground level here, so it's a bit hard to see how far out he is, but I know how far out he's going to be. He's got a 50-metre penalty that'll take him straight to the goal line, so a real opportunity for Districts to open up a 2-goal lead here. So right on the goal line, and Kaya Jones, he's kicked into the man on the mark, can you believe it? From right on the goal line, and that's a real let-off for Nightcliff there.
Yeah, young Kai Jones is the son of NTFL legend Jason Jones, and Josie's been on the panel for Southern Districts this year, but he'll rue that shot on goal. It would have been a really good start for Southern Districts to get 2 straight goals.
So Nightcliff have it deep in the back pocket. Budrick kicks along the line there, no mark taken. The ball's on the ground and forced back towards Southern Districts half-forward area. Quick hands out of the pack and a nice pick-up, and avoids the tackle there, but loses control of the ball. Ball's bouncing around now, and now Nightcliff with the opportunity to tidy up, and a long clearance. Bowden reaching over the top, but was holding according to the umpire, and Ryan Moo will take the free kick. He's looking to switch to this side of the ground. Hand passes in the end to Bowles, and Bowles is wrapped up in the tackle. Holding the ball's the call, and yeah, probably one that he shouldn't have called for, with plenty of pressure around him.
Yeah, Michael Bowden really wanted to make up for that, doing the great second effort there to get that kick back, and he's going to try and get that into the forward line again.
Bowden bounces off the chest of Bell, but picked up, and a snap around the corner by Dalhouse, I think it is. It was close, but just missed to the left-hand side there.
So a couple of scoring shots early for Southern Districts. They've had a lot of the play. The ball hasn't come down into Nightcliff's forward 50 yet. Really good start for the Crocs. They would be happy with that, but keen to see some conversion on the scoreboard.
So Budrick doing the clearing work again for Nightcliff, and they're working it through the hands across half-back. Brown hooks it over the top, and eventually it's hacked out towards the wing, and again on the ground, but Districts have got some numbers out there. plenty of physicality in the contest so far, and holding the ball's the call here. So Districts again, they've really come out to play tonight, Liz.
They absolutely have, and we're actually sitting next to the Southern Districts bench here, aren't we, Stu? And they've got Ed Barlow, their premiership hero, as the runner, Andrew Hodges, Lake Waterbury, Richie Tambling, and Coach Matt Kennard, their really experienced coaching lineup for Southern Districts today. And
really controlled, so we'll have no problem with the noise coming from there, obviously. So behind there for Southern Districts, and just waiting for the ball to be brought back in.
Fantastic club day here at Nightcliff today, though, with all the Southern Districts teams playing Nightcliff, and such a huge crowd here, Stu.
Yeah, it is fantastic, and yeah, it's just great that we've got lights at another ground in Darwin. It's really going to help develop the game. So, well, the kick-in's going very close to the boundary line. In fact, it's floating over. Trogamala fists it away. It was well over the line, and Southern Districts the chance to mount another attack here.
It is a bit windy here at Nightcliff Oval, obviously a bit closer to the beach, as we see Crocs fly for the mark there.
Another snap around the corner. It's heading towards goal, but it's fallen short and off hands. Punched through for a behind. So
another behind, Stu.
Yeah, 1 goal 4, and basically Nightcliff haven't taken it forward of half forward yet, and Districts really need to capitalise on these opportunities. Brew there trying to bust through the pack. He's given plenty of time to get rid of it, which he does eventually, and play on's the call. Ball on the ground, and Brew again involved, and now Nightcliff using the ball well, and the mark's taken here by Emery right down on the wing here. He's looking to switch the ball inside. Ogden sets himself up behind the play and takes that mark, runs on straight away. He's run a long way, eventually has a bounce, and he's still got some space. Hand passes in there to Farah. Farah goes short in towards half forward again, and a strong mark at centre half forward. Playing on straight away, it's Chittis again, and Chittis has kicked his second goal, and he's really prominent early in this game, as we see young Brandon Rusker limping off here right in front of us, Liz.
Yeah, but fantastic there for Lionel Ogden to cut that mark off. That Nightcliff were looking pretty scary there going into their forward line, cut it off and just drive that ball straight down the guts and get another goal. And what a great start for Southern Districts, Stu. At the moment, 2-4-16, leading Nightcliff Tigers yet to score, just coming up to 9 minutes on the scoreboard. The reason they do need to convert those, Stu, is those clouds are looking a little bit ominous out there, and we had a quick look on the radar, and if the rain does come in, it'll be pretty hard to convert.
Yes, and of course we've got a cricket pitch in the middle of this ground, and plenty of grass on it by the looks from here, but who knows how that'll pan out. But again, the ball in the middle, and player there for Nightcliff was Wheeler, who was tackled with it. But another ball up, a restart in the middle of the ground again. So it's a free kick found. It's going Nightcliff's way. And it's Wheeler, I think, who'll kick long down towards half forward. Melville in the action there, strong hands over the back, and Smith that was out short here. And now Districts with the opportunity to bring it out. Ogden's there again on the end of this one, takes the mark this time. He plays on with a hand pass over the top. Farah it is who runs away and kicks long towards half forward, but cutting across there was Bowles taking the intercept mark and handed it off there to Gikas, and Nightcliff bringing it forward around the outer side of the ground, and Districts players come in. Terrific work there, terrific defensive work, but it's all Nightcliff across the back, and that's Eilert who chops it off, looking to find a player inside 50, but the ball spills over the top and taken there by Innes, and he finds McAdam on the outer side. The ball is chipped back in, and Labber takes the mark at half back for Southern Districts.
Just looking to slow the play down a little bit there, Southern Districts.
So Labber goes back out towards the outer wing. The ball spills over the back of the pack and rolls along the ground, and eventually out of bounds in front of the Nightcliff Bowling Club on the outer side.
Well, it's been a great start by Southern Districts and James Cheetahs. Am I saying it right, Stu?
Cheetahs, I think.
Cheetahs.
It's the,
He's the average disposals leader at the moment for Southern Districts, and great in for their side. He was part of the Nightcliff 2019-20 Premiership side, so played a lot of his footy in Geelong, so really good pick up by Crocs.
So ball on the outer side of the ground. Eventually the hand pass comes back. Oh, it's spilled out there though. But some good recovery, and it's bouncing around like a bit of a pinball at the moment. Eventually a long kick forward. Must be out close to the boundary line on the outer side. Comes off hands, but still in play at the moment. And now it's bundled over the line by Innes for Southern Districts. And we'll have another boundary throw in. The 12-minute mark of the quarter. New electronic scoreboard here, Liz. First time I've seen that one.
Mabel Griffin scoreboard, a very famous lady in Nightcliff's history. So, as you said, electronic scoreboard, and it's 2-4-16 still to Tigers get the score. So, Crocs will be pretty happy with that start.
McAdam was looking to take the advantage there. It wasn't allowed, and the ball comes back, and chip comes across here to Cheetahs, just inside the centre square. Slows things down now while he looks for an option forward, decides to go back and give himself some room and go longer than he originally planned. But again, the ball slips over the back, and a dangerous kick towards centre half back for Nightcliff, and chopped off there. And McGregor kicks it forward for Southern Districts, but Nightcliff seem to have the numbers, but the ball's bouncing around. And hand pass comes out now for Districts, and looking to go backwards to a teammate. There's a high tackle in there, and it's Labba. He's had a few touches early, and he'll go back and take the free kick and have a shot for goal.
Yeah, he's been excellent in the first quarter. Really solid for Southern Districts. It's his first season in the NTFL. Played a bit of sample reserves with Glenelg, and a lot of footy in the Great Southern Football League for Yankalilla. I'm sure the Motlop just might have played at Yankalilla at one year. Daniel Motlop, or maybe Carl Lowe from St Mary's. There's been a few NTFL footballers through that club.
So Labba's kick on the way, but that was never threatening the goal, and in fact it goes out of bounds on the full next to the behind post. So it'll be a kick in for Nightcliff.
So yet another point for Southern Districts, taking it to 17 points to get Nightcliff get the score here, coming up probably halfway through the first quarter.
So it's Bowles with the kick in. He runs across the face of goal and finds a player at half-back. That's Peris. Peris looking to move the ball on quickly. He kicks a grubber kick along the ground, but he's got support there from his teammate who runs across the ground, but that's chopped off nicely at half-back for Districts by Jesse Clark. He kicks the ball into the centre of the ground, but into a bit of traffic, but Districts still working very hard over the ball there, and they just look like they wanted a bit more than Nightcliff at the moment, I think, Liz.
Oh, absolutely. I don't think it's been inside Nightcliff's forward 50 yet, Stu. So really, Southern Districts really stamping their authority in this first quarter.
So McAdam from that clearance kicked out wide. Didn't quite hit the mark out there, but Districts are there again in numbers. Dowhouse around the corner, but chopping across there. The mark's taken for Nightcliff by, I think it might be Holt Fitz back there. Or
no, I think it's Philip Wills.
Okay. So a long kick down the wing, again spills over the back, and Districts have the numbers there, working the ball through the hands out wide now, and a long kick in towards half forward. Nightcliff seem to have numbers here, but punched away, and Rusker is out there again. He's got the ball now, chips in short, just goes through the hands, and Nightcliff will mop up and bowls as ever across half back. Gets the clearing kick for Nightcliff. Picked up down there by Goonan, who hand passes backwards, having trouble picking the ball up. Some solid contact there, and kick forward by Jordan Bailey, and ball's at the top of the goal square now, bouncing around it. Oh, and almost a shot there. Dowhouse chasing after it, but Jordan Bailey there, probably his first kick in league footy, Liz.
Yeah, that's right. And he's actually the twin brother of Zach Bailey, who, as we all know, plays in the AFL for Brisbane Lions, Stu.
He does, and I was talking to their mother here before the game. She's pretty excited about Jordan playing his first game. They're actually twins, and Jordan's the older twin, I'm told.
Blake Waterbury was telling me they were doing a activity during the week at the club, that your hero, your hardship and your highlight, and he answered that his brother for all of them. So his hero and his highlight, but his hardship because he thinks he might never ever get to play a game with the Southern Districts with his twin brother.
So Districts again working the ball in side forward 50, but Wilson across half back for Nightcliff this time. On the left foot, it's short, and in front of his teammate there, it's Moo, who's under plenty of pressure, gets a hand pass forward, but he hasn't got any support. Big Paddy Gallo comes in and tidies up, hand passes back to Ogden. Ogden to Pemberton, Pemberton with through the hands to Bowden, and Bowden chips in short here, and Farrow under that got one hand to the ball, but spilt to the ground, and Nightcliff again trying to tidy up Brown. Goes through his hands, he's trying to work the ball on the ground. Looked like a high tackle there, the umpire's seen it that way, and it'll be a Nightcliff free kick.
Just the weight of numbers though, earlier Stu, in that last contest, the Southern Districts 3 or 4 players around.
Yep, just working really hard to get to the ball. It's been a terrific start, as we've said a number of times. So ball out here and now. Melville on the left foot kicks high towards half forward. There's no one behind these players. If the mark's taken, it's Cameron Eilert, and there's plenty of players streaming down the ground now. Eilert looking to move it on quickly and kick it over the top. Drogomel's in the best position. He's running with the flight of the ball, couldn't hold on to the mark, and now Districts have opportunity again. Melville kicks off the ground towards the goal, and that was their first scoring opportunity, and it was a minor score only. So
yeah, 16.5-minute mark. Stewart's taken Nightcliff to get that in. The upper body strength of Cam Eilert to take that mark, sporting the new hairdo. He's got some long locks this week. He did a charity activity yesterday, but yeah, that's probably an unusual start for Nightcliff. We've seen the last few seasons to not have a scoring opportunity until halfway through the first quarter.
So Districts just working the ball around the outer side of the ground, right in front of the old scoreboard at the moment, and chip back in towards half back where Zach Smith takes the mark and looks to switch to the near side of the ground. He's got Duffy out here in some space. The ball bounces in front of him, and Duffy picks it up, kicks down the line. It's not his best effort and goes past Ogden, but he's got some support, and Ogden's able to run onto it with a bounce. He loses control but picks it up again, has another bounce, running deep towards the boundary line, switches back inside, kicks across the ground towards centre half forward, but working back there for Nightcliff was Geekus, and he works the ball to the outer side of the ground, and Nightcliff looking to go forward again. And the ball bouncing out in front there of Gurnan. Gurnan picks the ball up, ducks back inside, then outside again, kicks down to half forward. Oh, play on's the call. No, it's not. It was looked like a grab over the shoulder and a free kick out there. And it's Trent Melville.
It's Trent Melville. He's a bit too far up the ground to score. He's a prolific goal kicker. Had a bit of time on NT Thunder's list. Premiership player for Nightcliff as well. So try and get that to the goal square though.
He's got a running player inside 50, and that's Cameron Eilert. And Eilert takes that mark, and he's quite a bit closer, and will have a chance to have a set shot on goal here for the first time for Nightcliff in this match.
Well, if there's anyone that can do it, it's probably Cam Eilert. He's one of the most decorated current players in the NTFL. He's the playing assistant coach of Nightcliff and a multiple premiership winner with Nightcliff and St Mary's. He's a dual Nichols medalist with 2 clubs and Cheney medalist for best on ground in a grand final. So let's see what he can do here, Cameron Eilert.
Kicks on the way now. Goal umpire is not moving. That's straight through the middle, straight over the goal umpire's hat, and a much needed goal for Nightcliff. And with that goal, they sneak the margin back to 9 points. And so, yeah, real steadier there for Nightcliff as the Tiger roars in the background.
Yeah, the home crowd here have got something to clap for. Finally, just coming up to the 19-minute mark of the first quarter here in Nightcliff. Their first home game under lights, which is pretty exciting for them. But yeah, Cameron Eilert, as we said, one of the most decorated footballers in current players in the NTFL, and if there was anyone that was going to get them on the board, Stu, it was Cammy.
Yeah, you could have backed that for sure. But we're looking for the restart here now with umpire Noonan and Big Robertson in the ruck for Districts. Gets up high but misses the ball, and it was Bowen who got his hand to it, but again a stalemate in the middle, and restart again. So it's McGregor actually doing the ruck work for Nightcliff, and again some strong tackling in close, good hands out the back to Brown, and Brown kicks high into the centre of the ground, good body work there, and the mark taken for Southern Districts by Clark, and Clark has a leading player, and that's a beautiful kick onto the chest, and now they're looking to go in quickly, but the ball bounces over the back and out towards the boundary line, and we'll have a boundary throw in.
Probably a little bit lazy there by the Nightcliff defender. He was probably lucky that there wasn't a Southern Districts player behind him, Stu.
Yeah, so it was Bosley who led up there, took that mark and kicked it in quickly, and he had an impressive game last week from memory, and he's an important player for Districts down forward there, and he's doing the ruck work now as we speak, and uses his body well to get his opposition player out of the way, but couldn't take possession of the ball, and now Nightcliff clear it to the outer side. Robertson goes up high, almost missed with the fist, and Nightcliff running away through Wilson, Wormburner, and Eilert picks it up on the half volley, gets the hand pass to Melville, who has a running player, and now Nightcliff chipping it back inboard, but Ogden's there again chopping it off, and he's looking to switch the ball to this near side of the ground so that they can move it quickly. Bowden slows things up a bit with a hand pass over the top, but Cheetahs gets a kick forward and hits Ladder here right in front of us on the wing on the western side of the ground. He chips back inside to Cheetahs as the siren goes. And so a really impressive start by Southern Districts in this game, Liz.
Yeah, absolutely. Southern Districts would be very, very happy with that. And Matty Kennard is giving a round of applause as he goes out there to the quarter-time huddle. The score at the end of the first quarter, 2-4-16, Southern Districts leading Nightcliff 1-1-7. We'll take a short break and be back with special guest Shannon Rusker very soon.
Here, I'm touching this, and I will touch that. That's me too. If I touch this in my leg, I'm holding it in there. That's me too. If I touch two metal, I need two bits of metal and meetings out. So maybe just, do that and that's it. That's the only way. You can just stand on the basis because that way it's not metal. And then it's not metal to the floor. For the physical, I would say you can have a try, just stand on the basis and try. That's right. I'll just do it like that. Yeah.
welcome back to Nightcliff Oval here. We've got Southern Districts 2-4-16 leading Nightcliff 1-1-7. My name's Liz Cruz and I've got Stu Davis and Shannon Rusker joining me in the commentary box. Well, great to have you here, Shannon. You watched the first quarter. What did you think of the game so far?
It's a great start by both clubs, very quick by feet. The lights look amazing. It looks a bit slippery out there, but Southern District's ability just to keep the ball going forward in the first quarter was phenomenal. It only allowed Nightcliff to come forward probably 3 or 4 times, but times they did go forward, it was the great Cameron Island that got them going. So that's just a key that they've got to watch if they want to contain this lead that they've got. But on the flip side, they've still got to be able to work extremely hard to get that ball pushed forward.
Absolutely, and this week it's towards zero round, road safety round. Around 50 people die and 500 are seriously injured on territory roads each year. So AFLNT is joining the battle to push this number towards zero by helping raise awareness. And you'll see out there today the captains wearing 0 on their back and wearing yellow armbands to honour those who've lost their lives on territory roads. So a really good initiative by AFLNT, Stu.
Yeah, it is fantastic, and AFLNT is really involved in the community and supporting causes like this. So we're underway again. And it was Big Brown, Bowen, who got his hand to the ball, and a hook around the corner out of the middle of the ground. Geekus goes towards the outer side, tap forward there, and through the hands it's Mitch Pemberton who gets the hand pass across. Got hit, caught high after he disposed of the ball to Luke Keel, but is that rain I can see out there right now?
Looks like it in the distance.
Yeah. So it's Pemberton taking the free kick on the outer side of the ground for Southern Districts. And, he kicks along the wing, but Nightcliff is set up behind the ball there. Bowles flicks it out the back, but illegally according to the umpire, and Southern Districts again with the opportunity through Jones. Jones now.
And we're just going to see light rain falling there, Stu.
Yep, sure are. Light at the moment. And balls across half back for Nightcliff. Again under plenty of pressure there. Good tackling. No choice for umpire Noonan other than a ball up. The ball's thrown up and slung out of there by Wilson. Play on's the call. The ball's being forced across towards now. Strong tackle there on Rivet, and managed to get rid of the ball, but eventually it got caught inside, and standing up with it for Southern Districts is Luke Keel. Good out down there, it goes through Farrow's hands. It was a suspect sort of hand pass, but play on's the call and kicked off the ground forward, and Paris working out of defence kicks it out of the air and down towards the middle of the ground where it's a foot race. Eilets in front, taps the ball to himself, and couldn't control it in the end, but Holt fits in there giving support, gives the hand pass and gets it back, and now Gibson gets it back again. This time his kick just slews off the inside of his boot. Krogamullah is in front there, picks up, wheels around, kicks towards goal. It's going across the face, but the mark's taken down there. Oh, slip hand pass across the top to Sean Wilson, who kicks it out of the air, and that's a goal for Nightcliff. And they've kicked the last 2 of the game now.
That's what Nightcliff really want from their style of play. They want this quick moving football, even though it's dewy and raining, and they seem to be able to find some space when they move the ball quickly. On the flip side, Southern Districts are looking for those restarts and ball ups, because it's an area where their bodies are strong, and they're willing to make these restarts over and over again to give it their best shot and closing the game down.
So just coming up to the 3-minute mark of the second quarter here at Darwin Mazda Nightcliff Oval. It's Southern Districts 2-4-16 leading Nightcliff Tigers 2-1-13 as the rain gets a little bit heavier, guys.
Yeah, so we're dry so far. Hopefully it stays that way under the shelter that we've got here, but Nightcliff again with the clearance, goes long towards the outer side of the ground into space and bounces a couple of times before going over the boundary line in front of a big crowd in front of the Nightcliff Sporting Club.
Just get their hand on the ball at stoppages first hands, and Districts want to be on their game, and otherwise, that's the strength of Nightcliff Football Club, is to win those stoppages.
How much harder, Shannon, does it get though in the rain?
Oh, it does get harder. You've just got to be a lot cleaner below your feet to give yourself time to make a decision when the ball's in the hand. So it still can be clean, but you've just got to be a little bit more care in your approach.
So again, on the outer side of the ground, ball finds its way over the boundary line. We'll have a restart once again. So we've got Bowen and Robertson putting their hands up to do the ruck work. Bowen tries to wrestle Robertson out the way. Robertson got his hand to the ball. And the ball bouncing around and slides over the boundary line once again for another throw in, and we'll see a bit of this if the rain settles in.
Keeping the umpires busy today. Our guys in green doing a fantastic job. We've got Mark Noonan, number 20 out there, Jamison Galbraith, number 3, and Thomas Manning, number 19. Very fast runner is Thomas.
So throwing avoids everyone, and now Nightcliff move the ball down towards half forward, and Russ comes out wide, but Districts had first hands of the ball, couldn't take it. Dowhouse working in there, and now again some strong tackling. A high tackle in fact is called, and it'll be a free kick there to Labber once again, who's been pretty prominent early in this game, and he'll take his kick from just backward of centre. He goes straight down the ground now to half forward. High fly there, but falls to the front of the pack and sweeping across. Kick comes down. Drugamuller in front, under pressure, couldn't take the mark on the chest, but butters up pretty well and picks up and kicks Nightcliff forward again. Ogden hand passes over the top to no one, and Holt Fitz is first onto it. Ogden fighting for the ball on the ground, drags it in and gets tackled. Play-on's the call so far, but we'll have a ball up, so Ogden maybe a little bit lucky there, dragging it in pretty obviously, but maybe it spilled out again afterwards. So get out down there, and there's no easy touches, that's for sure. The ball comes over to Rusker, who's tackled as soon as he takes hold of the ball. District's crowd calling for a high tackle free kick, but not according to the umpire. And just trying to look around Big Paddy Geller, who you can probably see on your screen right in front of us there, but all on the ground, and some good work by Wills to keep it in, hand passed inboard, and kick forward there by Wilson, but District's chopping it off. Ogden again, he goes straight up the ground looking for McAdam, had a couple of grabs at it, couldn't mark it, and now Nightcliff the opportunity, and it's Jorgensen in there who kicks long towards full forward. Mark spilled off the chest, and now Nightcliff looking to work the ball in towards the top of the goal square. It comes across the face of goal, and it's Staunton there for Districts, who picks up, kicks along the line out in front of his teammate in Pemberton, but couldn't find him, and the ball found its way over the boundary line.
Just those little 1% you see there, Stu. You see Brandon Rusker back in and give a good effort to give Dean Storm that extra 1 or 2 steps just to make a good decision. I think the game today needs to see a lot of these 1%ers.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty tight and close all day, so players will need support around the ball. So Districts clear it out of defence this time. Good work there by Farah, taps it forward. Bell on the end of it, looking to get it back to Farah, but eventually it spills forward. And now the big fella Bosley towing the ball in front of him. Off the ground, the ball goes down towards the goal, but just the wrong side of the goal post and up behind only. So Nightcliff to reset. That was Budrick who took the kick in out to the outer side of the ground, but Districts again with the numbers working the ball back inside. A beautiful kick inside, and a sliding attempt at Mark, but it spilled off the chest and wheels across half back. Chips short to Brown. And now Brown slowing things up between back pocket and half back. And it's high and long down this near side wing. Chops in front and takes a good mark. He'll drive it straight back to where it came from. Working his way to the front there was Farrow, but ball went over his head. Pilot tidying up at the back, gives a hand pass, gets it back, gives another one. And strong tackle there. And high tackle according to the man in green. So Paris there will take that free kick and kicks again to the outer side of the ground. Oh, some good work cutting across there for Districts was Jones. But, slipped and couldn't finish off his good work. Hand pass comes over the top. Another attempted kick, but that's smothered, and highlight again for Nightcliff. Drives the ball down the wing. Ball off hands, it's kept in play, and hand pass forward by Bowles. It falls off bounces off the chest of Ryan Moo down there, and ball on the ground. It's worked out, slung after he got rid of the ball. Was the Districts player, and a free kick will be taken on the outer side of the wing. Yep. So Gregor long down the line, big pack of players, ball comes to the front, but there's a whistle on the play. Advantage is paid, but not much advantage there. It's chopped off across half back by Paris again for Nightcliff. He kicks forward but misses his teammates, and Districts were first to the ball. Getting the ball on the ground and a quick kick around the corner, but it's all Nightcliff back here. And the mark's taken back there. Districts by Wallace, I think it was, and ball's on this side. And, terrific work down there, and a hand pass across the top, and eventually Districts get the goal that they probably deserved. Bosley with some good defensive pressure in the forward line there, and unselfishly hand passed across the top to Farah, who kicked Districts' first goal for the quarter.
We had a bit of a struggle there for about 5 or 6 minutes. We're playing between the arcs, and both teams were very willing with nice balls from behind, but it's very pleasing to see, Stu, is that their ability to take clean marks in these conditions and also hit targets by feet. It's very impressive considering it's probably not showing up on the screen, the slippery conditions.
Well, John O'Farah, he's already played in a premiership this year down in the Big Rivers Footy League for Catherine South in September. He's one of the Farah brothers. Obviously, you'd know them pretty well, Shannon, Jono and Josiah, who's out for the season with injury. So it's great to have him, another Farah brother, at Southern Districts. So coming up to the 11-minute mark, it's Southern Districts 3-5-23, leading Nightcliff Tigers 2-1-13.
So a stalemate again in the middle, and we'll have a restart. But, the contest has been really strong. There's no easy touches, as I said once before. Duffy with a quick kick off the ground for Districts, got it forward, and now forward by Keel, high towards centre half forward. In front there was Farah. Ball comes to ground now, and it's Keel again. He picks up, he's tackled, got his hand pass away, but plenty of pressure on the receiving player. Keel's in there again. Got hands forward and kicked around the corner. It's marked here by Dowhouse. He plays on straight away, kicks long towards goal. It's going to be close to the line, but just off hands and through for behind. So really impressive. I've been really impressed by Districts, Shannon, tonight. They've obviously had a bit of a slow start to the season, but seem to be really working into their game now.
Yeah, it's been a new game plan for them under new coach Matt Kenno, but they definitely took drills quickly, and guys like Jane Dalhouse putting their stamp on territory footy, and they're adjusting to the conditions that they're used to being down in Geelong and the weather conditions in Victoria, and they're applying it tonight at this level.
So Drogamella in there with a couple of possessions. Clever tap forward and hook around the corner. The ball on the ground that's kicked out of the air. Nightcliff players calling for a deliberate. That's the way the umpire sees it. Free kick to be taken down in the forward pocket there. For Nightcliff by Clement, is it? No, it's not. It's William Wheeler, in fact. So Wheeler under the trees in the forward pocket in the dark. And now chips it towards the goal square. Drogamella comes in from behind, forces the ball forward. Hook around the corner towards the goal square, goes across the face of goal and bounces out of bounds. And
call of deliberate there.
Deliberate, yeah.
Crocs crouch,
Yeah, they're asking a bit too much.
They just had one paid against them, so they wanted to even up.
It's a long way to see down the other end of the ground, but try anything. We see Maddie Cunnard pacing the boundary here for Southern Districts. You'll be happy with their start.
Quick kick out and the ball's on the ground at half-back now. And another strong tackle. Labber picked it up but tackled straight away. And penalised for that one, so it's Geekus with a kick forward, but chopping that one off in defence for Southern Districts was McAdam. He brings the ball out to the near side wing, or there was McGregor, but I think the free kick was paid for front on contact anyway, so McGregor chips it down the wing. Big Paddy Gallo trying to get into play. He's got plenty of Nightcliff opponents there. In fact, it's Bosley, and Bosley almost got his foot to the ball. Dowhouse working hard over the pack. Bosley hacks it out of the ground forward. Now it's a foot race to see who gets here first. Some good body work there, but a bit slippery on the feet. And the ball's loose on the ground now. But free kick's been paid, and it's Wallace for Nightcliff will take that free kick deep in defence. He runs off now to the near side and kicks high and long. Robertson looking across. Innes went high, but the ball went through his hands and picked up and chipped down here by Jorgensen. But Districts again well set up behind the play. Bowden avoids the contact there and hooks around on the right foot. He's tackled without the ball there, I would have almost thought, but spilled out of bounds. And temperatures rising here. It's always going to be a free kick against you if you do that sort of thing. And right in front of us, it's Bill who'll take the free kick. He has to talk to the Southern Districts bench. Probably needs to get on with the game, and eventually does. Keeps the ball down the ground. And good contested mark taken there. At half forward for Nightcliff by Rivet. Rivet kicks long, ball off hands, and the crowd's getting a bit vocal here. But we'll plough on a hook around the corner, and that's Cameron Islet again, I think, and another goal to Nightcliff, which basically came out of nothing and started from a silly free kick right in front of us here.
Yeah, it was a silly free kick, and probably unwarranted by Brew, but there is a little bit of an irrigation box that he hit. But Districts have got to keep their composure because we've just gone coast to coast demonstrating and being able to get back on the job, and Nightcliff score an easy goal.
Yeah, great goal there by Nightcliff. They'd be happy with that, their supporters. The score now 3-6-24. Southern Districts still leading Tigers 3-1-19. Just about the 16-minute mark of the second quarter here at Darwin Mazda Nightcliff Oval.
So Bowen and Robertson to do the ruck work in the middle of the ground, just waiting for players to get in position. And get underway again, so 5-point margin. It's a terrific contest. Robertson gets his hand to the ball as he falls backwards. Chitta's got a hand pass out, but now the ball slews out here and Big Robertson takes the mark. In fact, it wasn't far enough, so he plays on straight away, kicks long, but working back well there was Wallace who took that mark, and again he runs off the mark, a bit lazy on the mark there from Southern Districts, and Wallace makes about 20 metres before he kicks long, but again Lionel Ogden across half-back tidying up with the intercept mark, kicked in towards his captain Dean Staunton, who juggled it but eventually took it, and he's at the back of the centre square looking to switch it across to the outer side of the ground. Chittis is there and he goes wider again. Has a free player out there, and Duffy chips in short, and Districts mounting the attack on the outer side. Ball goes long towards goal, but well offline, out of bounds on the field. So Nightcliff to relieve the pressure from defence. Comes down, but mark not taken, and Districts looking to run with the ball there, and that was Jordan Bailey, but got caught with it and penalised, and so Nightcliff with a steadying free kick towards the outer side. Oh, good mark taken out there, and Nightcliff chipping it around the wing now. Ball's close to the boundary line, and it in fact goes over the boundary line, and we'll have another boundary throw in right on the wing on the outer side of the ground. So boundary throw in now. Ball amongst plenty of players on the ground trying to force it out, but it's getting trapped in, and I think we're going to have another attempt at a restart out there as the clock ticks towards the 19-minute mark, and no one's dominated this quarter. It's been a really good contest, and Nightcliff just edging the ball forward around the outer side. Some good hands in there and a quick kick forward, and now the ball bouncing towards the pocket again. It's Ogden again back there. He picks up the ball, gets tackled straight away, and that's a high tackle. And
back there tonight,
it's been fantastic.
A lot of balls, very clean, ball bit on the deck, and so
yeah, it's been great. And kicks the ball down towards centre half back, where Smith takes that mark under some pressure. Had his jumper pulled, but that's all good. And he's looking to switch the ball. And, he chips it over to Innes. Innes coming out of defence, drives along the wing, but the ball's spilt there by Wallace, but he picks it up again. Eventually, hand passes inboard, and now hand pass forward, and Morris on the end of this one by hand backwards, and Nightcliff looking to run the ball. Goes into the hands there of Budrick, and kicks it forward. Tackled with the ball there for Southern Districts was Zach Smith, who was slung over the boundary line. And again, a bit of push and shove on the boundary line, but it'll be a throw in, and so I think the players should get interested in where the ball is, and that's the way it pans out eventually. So ball on the ground, some strong work in there, and hand pass over the top, but Staunton, a quick kick forward here, and the kick forward is by Rivet. Mark, a couple of grabs at it, but Mark's not paid, and District's tidying up with the hand pass again, trying to bust through the pack there, and caught with the ball, and he's penalised, rightly so. So Southern Districts with the free kick at half back, and that's Keel with a strong tackle and a good kick to the outer side, but got no one to go to, so looking to slow things up and find some players that he can work the ball to. Ogden's there, of course, and he eventually gets his hands on the ball and runs away, and now chips wide but misses his target this time, and the ball beats all players out of bounds on the outer side.
A low-scoring game so far. There can't be too much left of this quarter to go. Still Southern Districts in the lead, 3-6-24 to 3-1-19.
Yeah, so just 3 goals for the quarter again this quarter, and ball on the outer wing. So often moves the ball pretty quickly to score here, you would think. But again, the ball bobbling around, and some strong tackling and body work in close, but the ball finds its way over the boundary line once again. Just waiting for throwing now. Paddy Gallows there. Ball goes forward for Nightcliff, but off the ground for Districts, and again a hack off the ground, but ball's close to the boundary line. Lions are calling now. Nightcliff running the ball and now kicking deep towards the forward line. That was some really good defensive work there by McGregor, and he was rewarded with the free kick at half back for Southern Districts. He chips in short and finds his teammate out there. I think that's Cheetahs, is it? Long way away from us, and we're at ground level, so some of these players are a bit hard to pick up, but anyway, District's controlling the ball in defence, and Ogden's found himself in some space again, and takes the mark just backwards of half back. Southern District's just chipping the ball around in defence now. Probably realised that there's not much time left, but I wouldn't want to turn over it in this area of the ground at this stage. Kick goes along down the outer side, but Nightcliff hands on the ball as the siren goes to end the second quarter.
So half-time here at Darwin Mazda at Nightcliff Oval. Southern District still maintain that lead, 3-6-24 to Nightcliff 3-1-19. Goal kickers for John O'Farah, 2 to James Cheetahs. I keep saying that wrong, apologies to James. For Nightcliff, Camiolet's kicked the goal, Shawnee Wilson's kicked the goal, and we need to find out who the other goal kicker is because he's down the other end. But Shannon, a quick summary of that quarter for you.
It was a great quarter. Southern District's controlling the physicality physicality side of the game, and they're really taking it to Nightcliff, which is unsettling their style. But credit to Nightcliff, they're holding their structures and they're swinging the ball around by hands, trying to find that space to get the ball moving and eventually get it into their 50. But credit to districts there, they've got some really good movers down back, and Liam McGregor and Mike Logden, I think they're doing tremendous, and they're really holding them up down there.
Well, it's a low-scoring game, but it's a really entertaining game, and it's fantastic to have the first game here under lights at Darwin Mazda Nightcliff Oval. We'll take a short break and be back after half-time.
Yeah, if you levels you up better, you don't have to stop every time you eat some food. Yeah. I don't mind it. Hard eating vegetables all the time.
Well, welcome back to Darwin Mazda Nightcliff Oval here for the Nightcliff versus Southern Districts game. Very exciting game. The first time we've had a game under lights here at Nightcliff Oval. It's Southern Districts 3-6-24, leading Nightcliff 3-1-19. Let's get the play underway, Stu.
Ball up in the middle. Paddy Gallo got his hand to the ball, but spilled to the ground, and now the opportunity, or tackled as soon as he tried to take possession of the ball there, and now ball eventually works out to Sean Wilson for Nightcliff. He drives long down towards half forward, cutting across the front there with Farah, but the kick comes out of defence and marking conscious there, and tap forward. Now Ogden's in there again, breaks the tackle and now runs away, has a bounce and finds himself in some space, tries another bounce, loses control, gets a hand pass back in here to Farah. Farah kicks towards half forward and the ball spills over the back. So again, some strong tackling at half forward by Southern District's forwards down there, and the ball eventually spills out. Budrick breaks the first tackle, but not efficiently enough according to the umpire, and James Cheetas will take the free kick at half forward for Southern Districts, and he'll go back and have a shot at goal. Already got a couple tonight, and has been an important player for them. Comes in now and runs it around the player on the mark, makes himself some ground. That kick's not coming back far enough, and again a minor score for Southern Districts.
So 1.5 minute mark it's taken to get that first score on the board. Southern Districts still leading 3-7-25 to Nightcliff Tigers 3-1-19. That would have been a good start for Crocs if they got that goal, Shannon.
Yeah, it would have been a great start. Cheetahs was alive on the mark and Nightcliff were asleep, so he took the opportunity.
So ball bouncing around here, and just looking for someone with clean hands, and that was Dowhouse in the end, who picked up, hooked around the corner down towards full forward. Off hands, the hand pass comes across, and it's Duffy in there. He broke one tackle, but then got caught in the second tackle, and he's penalised for holding the ball. And now Wilson takes Nightcliff to the outer side of the ground. A marking contest out there. Violet hand passes forward, and Nightcliff looking to work the ball up the corridor now. Wilson runs onto it. He's met solidly, and Labber doing some tidy up work for Districts. Got it across to Duffy. He chipped it out wide, and now a drill pass forward, and that's a good build up, and Bell on the end of that one swings around on the left foot, goes towards the forward pocket, and free kicks paid, advantage is played, and the Districts player got tackled over the goal line, and so some good defensive work there, was awake to what was happening, and another behind for Southern Districts. Kick in, Gallo gets one hand to the ball, punches it forward, and the ball on the ground now hacked off the ground and goes back inside forward 50 for Districts. Some juggling work down there by Bowles, put the hand pass out, and it's not coming out cleanly, and there's plenty of players around it. It comes out now, a hook around the corner again by Dowhouse down towards the goal square. The ball bounces in the square, bounces straight up in the air, and a wrestle for the ball on the ground, but I think the Nightcliff defenders have forced that through for a rush behind again. So again, Districts doing all the attacking early in this third quarter. Lionel Ogden gets on the end of this one as the ball spilled out the back, and he chips it across to half forward. Yeah, the mark's taken there by Keel. Keel chips it in again inside forward 50, and it's Cheetas again. He plays on, kicks long towards goal. It's offline and spills towards the right-hand side of the goal and gets knocked over the boundary line. So we'll have a boundary throw in just around from the Southern District's goal, but doing all the attacking again, Shannon.
Yeah, definitely. They started the third quarter like their first quarter. They've had repeat entries, and they're holding it inside their forward 50 just with manic pressure.
Jay Dalhouse has been really impressive, Shannon.
He's been super clean below his feet, and his willingness to put his head over the footy is rewarding for him tonight.
Was he the rising star, I think, this week, the NTFL rising star?
Yeah, that's
the one.
Yep.
So Melville down here hacks it forward. Cameron Island in a one-on-one there, but met solidly, and he looks pretty sore out of that. The ball's hacked forward, and Emery chasing after it, but a terrific foot race there, and Districts work back in numbers, picked up here by Pemberton, who runs away with a bounce, and now tries to kick inside, but that's not his best effort, and tidied up there for Nightcliff by Rivet. He kicks towards centre half forward, but Districts have got the numbers, and Bowden gets the hand pass out wide, and Districts rebound again into the centre of the ground. Bell switches to the outer side of the ground on the left foot, and now the ball comes inside forward 50 for Districts, but Nightcliff have got a wall of players across half back, and eventually able to work it out, but the kick's misdirected. McAdams first there for Districts, does some bit of dodging and weaving, and eventually gets round onto his favourite left foot, kicks it down the ground to Robertson here. Robertson back in towards centre half forward, and the ball bounces in front of the players there. Working hard on the ground again, and there's a pack of players, and picked up by Bell with a quick kick forward towards the goal square. Ball off hands, and again Nightcliff scrambling in defence and work the ball over the boundary line.
Nightcliff defence are working overtime tonight, Stu. Districts just the ability to keep getting that ball inside 50, but they're getting ground level support and numbers at the contest, which is making it difficult, and it's putting a lot of pressure on Nightcliff's defenders.
Daddy, you want that line change?
It certainly is, and you know, regardless of the outcome, I think the Districts hierarchy pretty happy with their effort here tonight, but of course they're wanting to come away with a win, and they're holding the lead at the moment, and indications are that they're right in the game and a really good chance of winning, although that kick forward by Zach Smith went over the boundary line on the full, so Nightcliff a chance to relieve some pressure here. They'll kick in from defence. Goes high along the line. Oh, huge leap over the back by McGregor, and Smith comes in, but a good smother there. Some good defensive work by Luca Coonan with the smother, and they've got a boundary throw in.
Well, the rain has stopped, Stu, but the thunder is ominous in the background.
Yeah, I think there might be some more on the way. So a free kick's been paid here for a throw. It's going to be a Nightcliff free kick, and they look to work the ball out of defence with a long kick down the line. Some good body work there, and terrific mark by Innes. And Jesse Clark and Clark chips it inboard. And Nightcliff just slowing things down in defence. Kick comes up the ground, Staunton underneath that one, takes a mark, looked to play on, but changed his mind, and now with a dinky little left foot kick, works out in the end though. And Lubber again for Districts to go straight down the middle of the ground over half forward, and running onto it there was Cheetahs on the left foot around the corner, and this is a better effort, and it's gone straight through the middle, and that's just reward for all of the field position that Southern Districts have had, Shannon.
Again, when you get that many inside 50s, it's bound to land in your lap and be favourable for a goal. And James Cheetahs has had 3 shots on goals this quarter alone, so he's very lively down there, and he's probably wanting to put a stamp on the game against his old football club and just make a statement that it's easier to play footy, and he's rewarding Southern Districts with his efforts.
Absolutely. So a great goal by James Cheetahs, his 3rd goal, as Shannon said, coming up to the 8.5-minute mark. Southern Districts 4-9-33, leading Nightcliff Tigers 3-1-19. And a couple of other results from today. Wanderers defeated Palmerston Magpies by just 13 points at TIO Stadium, and in the first game of the day, St Mary's had a pretty comprehensive win over the Tiwi Bombers so far today.
Sean Wilson with the clearance for Nightcliff, kicks the ball down towards half forward on the ground. Fitz with a kick as he was tackled, but Districts working hard in defence down there. But Nightcliff with their hands on the ball again. Moo this time with the kick around the corner, going close to the line. Just finds its way into the behind post on the right hand side and out of bounds for a boundary throw-in.
That's what great sides do, Stu. Once they've got a goal kick against them, their ability to get the ball forwarding and show that they're a really strong unit and almost get a goal from nothing is what makes them an exceptional side.
So boundary throw in here, Emily in front, gets 2 hands to it, tapped it forward, and then the kick off the ground out towards the boundary line, goes over the boundary line eventually. Some of the Nightcliff players calling for deliberate, but umpire having nothing of that, and we'll have a boundary throw in right in front of the new scoreboard on the outer side.
A new scoreboard and a pretty big crowd in tonight, as you said, Stu. There's also a lot of Southern Districts people here though, Shannon.
Yeah, there's a lot that's turned out here tonight. It's great to see this evening type football, and it brings people to football, and it's not as hot and muggy. So, well done to the supporters for coming out.
So again, strong tackling, and the ball finds its way over the boundary line on the outer side. And we'll have another boundary throw in. So Robertson and McGregor force forward. And again, a stalemate by the looks. No, in fact, caught with the ball is the umpire's decision, and it's a Nightcliff free kick out there. And they drive the ball deep inside forward 50. Ball on the ground, but Southern District's defence holding strong. McGregor clears away for Districts, and wrestling for the ball on the outer side. A high tackle here in Southern District's favour, and so a chance to move the ball forward, which they've struggled to do in the last couple of minutes, with Nightcliff setting up defensively, kick behind the play. But just got a bit of a pause in play here with an injured player, and he's had a couple of those in his time, Shannon, so I'll take a bit of care with him.
Exactly. He's been around the game a long time, and his head was good to make sure he cautious. Safety is paramount.
Get Jordan!
So just giving Brown the opportunity to get away from the action and before we restart. So I think we're in fact going to wait until he gets all the way off the ground, which is probably reasonable, and Districts taking that opportunity to make some interchanges themselves as Ryan Ogden comes back onto the ground, and Ogden been almost one of the best players on the ground tonight for sure. He's had plenty of the ball across half back for District's, been a really important player for them. But Nightcliff have turned this one over and chip out wide, and an opportunity to go forward again. It comes in long. Districts again working defence, but Ryan Moo with it picks up and kicks around the corner, but again offline this time over the boundary line on the full, and it'll be a free kick to Southern Districts. I think it'll be Zach Smith down there who'll take the kick in when he retrieves the ball from over the fence.
Credit to Districts tonight with their defenders. They're really close checking, and the ability just to get a hand on the ball when it's coming in and not allowing Nightcliff to take an uncontested mark is what's making the game very interesting tonight. The three medium talls for Districts in McGregor, Jesse Clark and Michael Gowden have been superb.
Yeah, and when the ball's on the ground in defence, they've really scrabbled hard and haven't given Nightcliff any easy possession down there, so it's been a really good defensive effort. Ball slips over the back, and got a free kick. No, it's a boundary throw, in fact, on the outer side. Again, a bit of push and shove while we wait for the ball to come back in. And Gallo standing there like a man mountain, puts his hand up. He's up against Marley McGregor in this contest. And gets his hand to the ball, knocks it forward, but there's plenty of players around the ball. The kick's half smothered and spills out towards the centre square. Tackle there without the ball, and another Southern Districts free kick. James Cheetah's everywhere at the moment, and runs off again and kicks forward, and that's a good kick, and he's hit up Bosley, I think it was, who kicks along towards the goal square, and some good use of the body down there, and the mark's taken by, is that Charlie McAdam?
Charlie's found himself in unfamiliar territory. But he is a very good kicker.
So yeah, some good work there by Bosley. Got the ball on quickly, gave his teammates the opportunity with a one-on-one, and McAdam was in the best position, used his body well and forced his opponent out of the way, and took the mark, and now he comes in with a set shot. And he's only about 15 metres out from goal, but that's not his best kick, unfortunately, and dragged it to the near side. So I think that takes them to 4 goals 10 to 3 goals 1, which is starting to hurt them a bit potentially.
I think when the Nightcliff balcony was trying to put him off there, Shan.
I think think they've done a good job up there, and I'm pretty happy that it didn't go through the next.
But as Stu said, that's a lot of behinds for Southern Districts. The score now 4-10-34. Leading Nightcliff Tigers 3-1-19.
Ball on the ground, and Districts have got numbers. Hand pass comes forward and then out wide again, and they're working the ball forward through the hands now. And now a long kick forward. Ball's on the ground in the forward pocket, and Nightcliff, the players, kicks half smothered there, picked up by Paddy Galloway, but unfortunately again his shot is missed to the near side.
That one through for league football. It's a long way down for us. Nearly 7-foot guy to pick the ball up below his feet.
So that score now, Southern Districts 4-11-35, leading Nightcliff Tigers 3-1-19. Yeah, 15 scoring shots to 4, Shannon.
Yeah, it's good, and it's watching these setups between both teams is very impressive. District's ability to go one-on-one and shut down their run is making it troublesome for Nightcliff to play their style of game, and they like to move the ball so
So Innes with a big round arm punch over the top, saw it out of bounds, and another boundary throw in right on the wing here. Gallo reaches over the top, taps it forward. Rusker working in hard there with McGregor, but neither of them could keep the ball in. And another boundary throw in here.
And Shannon, a player that's impressed you tonight, Zach Smith, he's been pretty good.
Yeah, we haven't spoken much about him, but he's just such an honest defender. He plays some big roles, and he plays on tools. He's only a medium-sized defender, but he does repel a lot of Southern Districts.
Good hands there by Drogonola, but Wilson had trouble picking up. James Bell kicks the ball back in towards the middle of the ground, but chipping across there with Budrick for Nightcliff, and he takes the intercept mark just backward of centre. He's looking to play on quickly now. Kicks deep towards half forward. Again, District's working hard in defence, and pick up and a quick kick forward by Bowden. Ball bounces in between three Nightcliff players. They couldn't control the ball. Pemberton picked up cleanly and hand passed out wide. Chittis picks up, gets the hand pass back inside. Bell couldn't take it cleanly, but nicely picked up in there by Wheeler, but his gets smothered. And Chittis for Districts out in front. He's tackled with the ball over the boundary line, and a bit of a wrestle. Umpire's seen something that he's not particularly happy with, and he's given a free kick to James Chittis here.
The rain comes down again here at Darwin, Mazda, Nightcliff, Oval. Getting a bit heavy now.
So Matt Duffy with the ball right in front of us here, and the crowd getting vocal. It's a fantastic atmosphere here. His kick inboard just spills off and kick forward by Brew, but on the ground. District's got all the winners back there as it's kicked forward by McGregor. And bowls across half back for Nightcliff, pumps it back down towards the wing here, but the ball on the ground nicely picked up, and kick forward there by Wheeler. This kick has a couple of players in there. Eilert working hard, swings around on the left foot, kicks towards goal, but hits the goal post. So,
well, a missed opportunity there for Nightcliff by Cam Eilert. Cam got a little bit hurt before, Shannon. Do you think he's just resting down there in the forward line?
Yeah, he copped probably a stinger or some sort of ankle injury. It was just a real contest between him and Zach Smith. 1-on-1, no malice, and I think he just got himself in an awkward position.
So Southern Districts 4-11-35, still leading Nightcliff Tigers 3-20. They'd be pretty happy with this start. Coming up to the 19-minute mark of the third quarter, but they would probably want another goal, 6-pointer on the board before then.
but it's Nightcliff who go forward, and Emery's got on the end of this one, takes mark out in front. In fact, I think we'll find that's Wallace who's been moved forward, so William Wallace with the opportunity for a set shot here.
Just saw a dog walk through the Southern Districts bench and past the commentary box. You don't see that very often.
It's fantastic, isn't it? Suburban
Community
footy.
football at its best here at Darwin Mazda Nightcliff Oval. It's put a smile on my face tonight.
So Wallace kicks it goal. I think he's missed that on the skinny side, and behind again. So District's looking to set up here and work the ball out. There's a free player at half-back. McGregor takes the mark in some space, looking to play on now. He's called to play on. Chips it out wider. And Mark's taken out there by McAdam. McAdam chips inboard to Labber, who's been pretty impressive tonight, I think, and takes another mark across half-back. And his kick is off target, but bounces over the boundary line for another boundary throw-in.
Going into the third quarter break, Shannon, what do you think Nightcliff coach Chris Buxell will have to say to his charges?
He'll be just talking about, you can't go away from what they do best, and that's being a team. Nothing's going to be easy for them tonight, you could imagine. So he'll be just reinforcing that there's going to be no cheap kicks out there tonight.
And obviously missing one of their key players in Brody Philo, who's a big out for them.
Yeah, he's a prime mover for him. He gets the ball going forward for him very well. He eats the ground up. He kicks the ball with precision. But another guy who's probably been a little bit quiet tonight is Daniel Bowles. But a credit to young Kai Jones, who's playing that negative role on him.
So advantage is paid here, and Nightcliff stream forward to Districts again with numbers across half-back and get their hands to the ball first. But now it's on the ground and no free kick. It's a ball up inside forward 50 for Nightcliff. See on the screen the rain falling, but hasn't affected the play too much so far. So again, Eilert gets his hands on the ball, hooks around the corner, kicks forward. Terrific defensive pressure again by Southern District. No time for Holt Fitz to get his foot to the ball there, and he was tackled straight away, and the ball eventually goes over the boundary line.
Well, in the Women's Premier League game here earlier today, it was a draw, Stu. Nightcliff Tigers 11-4-70 drew with Southern District's Cox in a really high-scoring game as a three-quarter time siren goes. So that's a really interesting result there in the Women's Premier League. But it's three-quarter time here at Darwin Mazda Nightcliff Oval, and it's Southern District's 4-11-35 leading Nightcliff 3-3-21. They've led since the start of the game. Shannon Rusker, Coach Matty Kamar will be pretty happy with that.
Yeah, he'll be super pleased with their effort. He's had some great winners across the park all day. I think Nightcliff Football Club have to get in and get around Cam Eilert up forward. He looks to be the only guy that's willing to put his presence on the field and put a score on the board. So they've got to get around him and just help him out a little.
Well, we'll take a quick break. Don't go away. It's only 14 points the difference here at Darwin Mazda Nightcliff Oval. We'll take a short break and be back for the final quarter here at Nightcliff under Larchbury. Well, welcome back to the final quarter here between Nightcliff and Southern District. It's at Darwin Mazda. Nightcliff Oval. We've got Shannon Ruska and Stu Davis in the commentary box, and it's been all Southern Districts this game, but Nightcliff is still in it. 4-11-35 to 3-3-21. A massive last quarter coming up, Shannon.
Yeah, it's going to be a big last quarter, but the game's not over until that final siren goes, and Districts have got to stick to what they've done in the first 3 quarters, and I think Nightcliff just got to up their work rate in the forward entries.
So Bowen gets his hand to the ball, but his teammates didn't get their first hands on it after that. And, again, as we've seen all night, pretty hot on whoever gets their hands on the ball first to get wrapped up with the tackle, but the ball bounces around and a quick kick out by Labber for Districts. But that's Bowles across half-back who takes that mark for Nightcliff. And he's looking to go long towards centre-half forward. Bit of wrestling down there, and the free kick's paid to Melville at centre-half forward. And Melville won the goal kicking a couple of years ago, goes back now and looks pretty confident as he lines up for the set shot here. Certainly won't by the looks of that kick. It's right to the goal line. In fact, a quick kick off the ground there. And just trying to see who the players are congratulating. I'll pick up who it was, but one of the small forwards down there with some really handy work and a quick goal for Nightcliff, and just what they wanted and probably what Districts didn't, but may even have been Holt Fritz down there.
That's the reward of getting front and centre. It's never dead until it's through the goalpost, and young Fitz, if it was in the right position.
So that tightens things up a bit to an 8-point margin, and Districts who are looking for a scout, they've beaten teams below them on the ladder so far this year. But this would be a huge bonus for them if they could win tonight, and a huge boost to their confidence into the season. And Staunton gets the clearance for them, goes forward down. Terrific mark in the contest there, just protected the ball as he leapt in the air, and that's a great mark, and he'll go back and have a set shot. And if Districts can respond straight away, as you were saying earlier, the good sides do, Shannon, then again, their confidence will be up, and they'll be running on top of the ground.
That's exactly right, Stu. You were on point there when you said young Galhouse just protected the ball, and that's what he did as he jumped. He protected where the ball was going to drop, and he put his body there and gets rewarded. But it was a District's quick kick out of the middle, which was the key.
So the quick response, just what the doctor ordered for Districts, and go back to the middle now with a 14-point margin as it was at three-quarter time. So fantastic contest as it has been all night, and just buckle in, don't go anywhere, don't go making cups of tea or anything, the action's all here.
Definitely don't go anywhere. The 3-minute mark of the fourth quarter, a quick goal to Liam Holt Fitz for Nightcliff, but an even quicker response. Dalhouse to Southern District sees the score 5-11-41. Southern District still leading. Nightcliff Tigers 4-3, 27 at 27, yep, and as I said, only the 3-minute mark of the final quarter.
So again, it was Bowen for Nightcliff who got his hands on the ball. Moo takes advantage there and kicks forward on the left foot, and swooping across the fronts, and terrific work and a great finish, and another quick goal to Nightcliff, and this game's opening up a bit after a really tight contest in the first quarter. In the first 3 quarters, and we've got 3 goals in 4 minutes here.
Exactly, and they've all come from centre stoppages. First one was Nightcliff, they got a clean stoppage, and they left the stoppage well, and they kicked a goal, and vice versa with Southern Districts, and then again it was repeated for the 3rd time, all from centre bounces.
So another quick goal, Ryan Mew that time, and the score now, Southern Districts 5-11-41, leading Nightcliff Tigers 5-3-33, 4-minute mark of the final quarter.
So just waiting for a restart here, and we're underway now, and this time Big Paddy gets his hand to the ball. Nightcliff are first there, scrambling around on the ground, and just looking to clear it out any way they can. Gallo eventually gets his hands to it. It's thumped forward, and now District's running with the ball in front of them, picked up there by McGregor. Hand passes inboard, and back off the ground. Sees the ball go down towards the 50. Some clever work by Chittis. Puts a handball out to Rusker. Ruski running in towards the open goal. It's going across the face, and the mark's taken. In fact, it'll have a free kick after disposal anyway, and now looking to play on the outside of the foot, and pretty happy with it. And goal is kicked. Just trying to identify who that was that kicked the goal. But again, a quick response, and
again, it was a great fight coming out of the middle. Young Mitch Milder put his body over the line, and then we get the ball gets going forward, and Liam McGregor was clever enough to build basketball bounce with the ball, and James Cheetahs is all class. He's seen the ball in flight, and he's seen he had a runner going past him, Brandon Ruski, into open space, and he delivers nicely into the forward 50.
So a second goal there for Jay Dalhouse. He's having a great game tonight and a great season for Southern Districts. That score now, 6-11-47. Southern Districts leading Nightcliff Tigers 5-3-33, just ticking up to the 6-minute mark of the last quarter, and wow, what an exciting start to the last quarter it's been, Stu.
It's been goal for goal, and clearances have been crucial. Centre clearances have been crucial, led to goals so far. So District's going forward, but this time goals across half back again for Nightcliff, who takes that intercept mark and looks to move the ball long and quickly down towards half forward. Ogden got a hand to the ball and patted it to the ground, but Nightcliff, some clever footwork there, and a quick kick around the corner, goes to centre half forward. Ball spills out the back. Robertson thumps it away and gives these players the opportunity to run onto the ball. But high tackle has been called here, which won't please the Southern Districts fans, but it's a kick down there to Jorgensen for Nightcliff in the right forward pocket. And he's going back now, and his kick at goal is on the narrow side and just straight to him for a behind only. So Shannon, really impressive Southern Districts that they've been able to bounce back and score those countering goals each time Nightcliff has this quarter.
Yeah, and that's what the contest has been all night. It's been what you can do, I can do better type scenario for Districts have been able just to be able to keep getting back in their face and not let Nightcliff play the game on their terms, which they've been able to dictate for the last 3 years.
So a big strong mark at centre half forward by Gogamala there as the centering ball came in, and he goes back and he'll look to narrow that margin again. So it's been a great contest all night, but I think it's really lifted another gear in this last quarter as both sides look to hit the scoreboard and get their noses in front. Gogamala now will kick from about 40 out, I would think. So his kick's on the way. He's dragged that one to the left, and it fell short, in fact, and the mark was taken, and Districts cleared away. Charlie McAdam in some space, running out of the back pocket. Kicks long along the wing. He's put to ground after. Oh, huge leap! Huge leap by Farah there. We used to call him Farah huge leap.
Farah leap, isn't it, Shannon?
Yeah, it was trademark Farah for sure, but more impressed with Zach Smith's mark on the last line of defence. He's just that medium type defender we spoke about earlier. Very clean in these conditions.
Still a bit of drizzle here at Darwin Mazda Nightcliff Oval, but the rain seems to have gone away for now.
So, ball knocked forward. Duffy on the end of this one gets tackled. The ball spills out. Duffy's in there again. And some good work by Farah. His teammates get around him, and we'll have another boundary throw in. And you can just see the look in the eye, Shannon. They're really up for the contest here.
We can feel that physical presence right in front of us, those bodies slapping, and no one's going to give anything.
So, boundary restart again, and again, plenty of players around the player who's getting his hands on the ball, and nothing's easy. Philip Wills comes up from the bottom of the pack, and another ball up. Tap goes forward. Wilson gets on the end of this one. Hand passes inboard, and he receives it back, but again he was under pressure, and the ball's kicked to the outer side of the ground. Nightcliff players in front over there, but spills out, and now District's trying to work it out of defence. They're able to do so now, but hands only, and now they've lost the ball, and hand pass has gone forward, but it's a free kick right in front of the local Nightcliff crowd on the balcony over there, and it's in Nightcliff's favour. They're pretty happy with that, and it's Holt Fitz who'll take the free kick under one of the brand new light towers there. He kicks the ball inboard, it didn't go far enough. Emery on the end of that gets a hand pass back, but again under plenty of pressure, and Dean Staunton this time rewarded for his tackle, and he'll take the free kick in front of the club rooms over there. He kicks long down the wing. Not taken, but on the ground. It's Nightcliff first there, but it's District's players throwing themselves in, and hand pass comes back, and they're looking to work the ball out. Big Robertson around the corner, kicks high towards half forward. Bauhaus works up and gets there first. He's looking to play on quickly now as players stream towards goal. Bowden's run down, but he was hanging out the back, and the ball didn't get that far. And Jorgensen for Nightcliff clears out to the outer sideline. Again, excellent pressure, sees the ball spill to ground. Picked up by Dowdhouse again, kicks around the corner towards goal, but that's always missing on the near side.
Just noticed there that Nightcliff captain Philip Wills has changed out of his 0 jumper he's wearing tonight for towards 0 round. He's back in at the usual number 11. I think his jumper might have got ripped, but it's Nightcliff who take the kick in. At Southern Districts it still leads 6-12. 48, leading Tigers by 34.
So far, just unfortunate there, caught with the ball, and through a good tackle. He's trying to get his players to move to this near side of the ground. But, kicks along there, and Districts have got some numbers. They work it through the hands, or the kick's smothered though, and they've tried to kick eventually. And but now McGregor kicks forward towards half forward, spills off hands there, and Jones was tackled with the ball, but it's Bell who picks up now, tries to break the tackle, hand passes back inside to Jones. He's tackled as soon as he got hold of the ball, and now Nightcliff through weighted numbers looking to work the ball away from half back. Bowles there eventually chips it out wide, and that's taken out there by Wilson. Wilson goes wider again, and it's Rivet who kicks along towards full forward for Nightcliff. Ball off the hands, and again excellent defensive pressure by the Southern District's defenders, and the ball's forced through for a behind, and I think we've got a 50-metre penalty from the kick in as well, so that'll help Southern Districts clear it out of defence as the player on the mark's brought right down to the centre square. Bell picks it up on the half volley, hooks a hand pass over the top, and kick forward by Jones. But unfortunately for Southern Districts, couldn't get their hands on the ball, and finishes up with Bowles again, who's looking to run away. Manages to break the tackle eventually, has a bounce, and now kicks longer full forward. The ball spills over the top, and Southern Districts again first there. Use the ball through hands, and now a kick out of defence has gone wide to the boundary line, and bounces over the line, and we've had the boundary throw in again. So we're over 13 minutes into this final quarter now, and Nightcliff really haven't made any headway on the margin from three-quarter time, but still close enough to challenge as the clock winds down towards the end. But ball on the ground, and eventually a free kick's paid Nightcliff's way for a push on the bottom of the pack. And,
just noticed on the sideline, Stu, that Josh Innes has come off injured. He hasn't moved. He's lying on his back there and getting attended to by the trainer, so a bit of a loss there for Crocs. Shannon.
Doesn't look in a good way, young Josh. He's hobbled off. He's a very tough competitor, but it doesn't look good.
So we see that penalty paid now to Nightcliff, Stu.
Yeah, 50-metre penalty, just encroaching on the protected zone, and so it's Wheeler who'll take the set shot, and by the looks of it, he would be only 15 or 20 metres out on a slight angle, and his kicks sneaks inside that left-hand goal post, and that's just what Nightcliff needed, is they close that margin again, and again, we've got a real contest on our hands, and again, ill discipline saw the easy shot at goal for Nightcliff.
Yeah, you can't afford to give away those type of meters, especially when the game is a tug of war. But it's like we spoke about it all night. It's just been manic pressure. And this time it was Nightcliff just get themselves into play by just grinding it out and being able to just make sure they can do pressure act after pressure act, and then they get a free kick.
And William Wheeler, the goal kicker, there. Shane from Mooney Ponds, played for Coburg Lions, Williamstown in the VFL. Played 2 games for the Tigers last year, but back obviously this year, so that margin has reduced. It's getting a lot closer. It's still Crocs though, 6-12, 48. Bit hard to see the scoreboard, sorry, to Tigers 6-5, 41. So we've got a 7-point ball game here at the 15-minute mark of the final quarter.
So quick kick forward there by Goonan for Nightcliff coming in off the wing, and now they've got the opportunity going forward. Ball's forced towards the goal line and eventually worked over for a behind, so just one straight kick the difference now, and Districts will be looking to work the ball out of defence and get it to the other end of the ground. Kick comes out here, and good hands overhead by Jones again, and he plays on. He's got some running players on the outer side of the ground if they can get their hands on the ball. It's picked up now by Keel. He kicks inboard. He's got a player down there and hits that target. Adam chips it in, and that's some good running. See Staunton on the end of this one, inside forward 50, so they've all run from defence to get up the ground and make position, and Staunton, who's a pretty strong kick from out in front of the scoreboards, he's taking his time, and looks like he's going back to have a set shot from out there.
I can recall his first game of footy, he was under Michael McLean, and he was on this side of the grandstand, 55 out with a set shot, and Michael's asking the little man make it. He's definitely got a big leg.
That's it, that's a fantastic finish, a great captain's goal, and I think Shannon and I both had confidence that he'd make that distance, and it was just a matter of accuracy in the end. It was right on target. So again, an answering goal by Southern Districts for the 3rd time in this quarter. So they stretch that lead out again to 12 points. Yeah,
and what a fantastic captain's goal, as you said there, by Dean Staunton. He's a Southern Districts Premiership player from 2017-18, club best and fairest in the 2018-19 season, and has played at Shannon and had a really great territory football career. So that margin goes out again. It's Southern District 7-12-54, leading Nightcliff Tigers 6-6-42 here at Darwin Mazda Nightcliff Oval, the very first time under lights. We've only seen Nightcliff had the one loss this year, and that was in round 4 against St Mary's, and they'll be trying their hardest for the next 10 minutes to win this home game, but tonight it's been all Crocs. They've just got 10 minutes left to kind of hold on, Stu.
Yeah, so a holding free kick in the centre bounce contest, and it was Brew who took that one, kicked long forward, but Districts with the free kick down there, and it's Zach Smith after take that free kick and a 50-metre penalty. I imagine there was probably some words spoken, and that'll relieve the pressure for Southern Districts. This player on the mark is marched right down forward of centre now, and Smith kicks towards the outer side of the ground. Big leap from behind, but no mark taken, and good defensively again by Southern Districts to smother the hand pass. Another terrific tackle and illegal disposal there, and so another Southern Districts free kick inside forward 50 on the outer side of the ground, and it's Luke Keel who'll take this free kick from pretty much the same position that Dean Staunton kicked that last goal. I don't know what Keel's legs like though, Shannon.
Very accomplished player. He's played at high level football, so he's played VFL. I'm sure this distance won't mind him, but it's just a matter of accuracy. The grandstand, the scoreboard side.
So Keel coming in now with a set shot. Kicks on its way, going close, but just misses to the near side. So I imagine it sneaks out to 13 points now, and Nightcliff looking to move the ball quickly, and Bowles goes long and straight down the ground to the centre of the ground where Drogamullah gets his hands on the ball, couldn't take the mark, trying to burst through there at Southern Districts, but Staunton gets a quick kick forward. Now through the hands of Bell to Bowden kicks long towards the goal. Oh, marking contest down there, and
Set him up, Charles! Set him up, Charles!
a heavy collision with the point post down there. It looks like all okay, and everyone's on their feet and ready to go again. So it's a boundary throw in. So in front, Nightcliff in that ball, but again it's out towards the boundary line, towed inside by Southern Districts, and Ed Darwin standing right in the way, and I couldn't see who was involved there, but the kick comes out and it goes out on the full, and Southern Districts again under the light tower out there with the opportunity to drive it back in. And it's Rusker who will take the free kick here. Drive it right into the goal square from there. It's close to the line, punched out, and ball on the ground, a quick kick off the ground, but not far enough, and Nightcliff hack it out, but again taken by Southern Districts, and the shot is good, and we're pretty excited on the bench here next to us.
That was just a very distant kick from Brandon Rusker to the top of the square, and that's where you want the ball to go, to the hot spot, very predictable, and then puts Nightcliff under pressure, and they scoot one off the ground, and it lands in the hands of, I think it was Luke Keel.
Luke Keel was the goalkeeper there, Shannon, so a great last quarter he is having, and what a goal for Crocs here at Darwin Mazda Nightcliff Oval. It's 8-13-61, leading Tigers 6-6-42 at the 21-minute mark of the last quarter, and that has seen the Crocs bench get up and about, Shannon.
Yeah, they're very excited, and Matty's job's to keep them calm. No doubt that's what he'll do, but we're just happy that he's getting a scalp that he really needed to get his team back on his season back on track for these team.
Yeah, absolutely, a massive scalp in Nightcliff, especially at home in their first game under lights here at Darwin Mazda Nightcliff Oval.
So we're underway again. Big fella Robertson does the roving and hooks it out on his left foot into space out here. McAdams going to be first there. He picks up, kicks around the corner. He's felled after he kicked the ball, but that's all legal. Or clever hand pass over the top by Chivas into the pass there of Keir again, and he's hooked it round the corner for a goal, and I think this game's pretty much beyond doubt now as the clock ticks past 22 minutes, and a fantastic final quarter, and Districts kick their 5th goal and their 3rd in a row.
Just very unselfish here, very team-orientated stuff by John O'Farah to allow Charlie McAdam to scoot onto that loose ball, and he was first to the ball, but he backed to give Charles some passage towards goal, and again they got it forward, and Luke Keel's had a brilliant last quarter and very classy.
Yeah, another goal to Luke Keel sees Southern Districts 9-13-67, lead Nightcliff Tigers 6-6-42, the 22.5-minute mark. There can't be much time yet, and what a massive upset this has been. Southern Districts looking to take the win over Nightcliff Tigers. Just a couple of minutes to go.
So Nightcliff with the clearance straight down the ground, the ball spills over the back. Southern Districts hunting in numbers again on the ground, and almost looked to be leg. That's Laver out there has done a power of work tonight. The kick comes inboard. Wills breaks one tackle, swings back inside, and he's the recipient of a free kick here. It won't be after disposal. The ball's going back to him, and it's probably a bit too far out to score from there. He's looking. It's not now, because again we've got a 50-metre penalty for encroaching on the protected area, so this will be a certain goal for Philip Wills from the goal square. And,
that was very smart by Bowles. He just took off, he could run on his preferred side, and it dragged young Kai Jones with him, and Kai worked it out that he had to stop, but it was a little too close to the protected area to give him that easy goal.
Well, a goal there to Philip Wills for Nightcliff. Only no multiple goal kickers for Nightcliff tonight, but it's still Southern Districts with the lead, whereas Southern Districts have had 3 to James Cheetus and 2 to Jay Dalhouse and Luke Keel, but 9-13-67, leading Tigers 7-6-48 at the 24-minute mark of the final quarter here at Darwin Mazda Nightcliff Oval. Really comprehensive, really impressive effort by Southern Districts tonight, Stu.
Yeah, so we had 7 goals in the first 3 quarters, and we've had 9 in this last quarter. The game's opened up a bit, but yeah, so that might add a bit of extra time on the clock, but you would think that districts are probably pretty safe from here. Robertson wins that hit out, knocked it forward. Ball spills out over the top, and again a free kick to Nightcliff in the middle of the ground. And this time it's Wallace who take that free kick, wastes no time, and kicks the ball deep into the forward line. Must have been touched off the kick, and play on was the call. But districts again working hard in defence. Duffy gets the kick out. He's felled after he had his kick, and so it's a relayed free kick, and districts looking to slow things down here as the chip kick comes in, and Jesse Clark takes the mark half back for Southern Districts, just slowing things down, and districts trying to get some numbers around where the ball's going to land. Kick comes down the ground here. Wallace uses his body well to get rid of Robertson, but the kick's smothered, and now Peris by hand gets it out. Chitas is in there for Southern Districts. He's wrapped up at the bottom of the pack. Play-on's the call. The ball spills out.
Never hold out! Never hold out!
But now it comes out. Quick hands by Lava to Duffy, and a quick kick forward. And now Chitas is first to the ball. He loses his footing and knocks the ball forward. Fire is there. They couldn't take the ball out of bounds as they're being called to by the bench. And eventually it gets trapped in underneath about a foot from the boundary line. That's 30 centimetres, isn't it, Liz? And we'll have a ball up right in front of us here as the clock heads towards the 26-minute mark. Hooked around the corner. Good work by Farah to force it forward. Got a whistle on the play here. In fact, umpire's called a throw, but that was probably a bit unfortunate. But it's a free kick to Nightcliff, and it's Joel Broderick who, looking to play on quickly, kicks straight into the corridor towards centre half forward. Again, the ball spills over the back. It's good work down there by McGregor. Hooks it round forward. Eilert on the end of this one. Swings the ball around the corner right to the goal line. It's going all the way. I think it's gone through for a goal. And Nightcliff have now kicked the last two of the game, and they narrow that margin again.
That's right, Stu. Southern Districts 9-13-67, still leading Nightcliff 8-6-54, a 13-point margin. Nightcliff would still have to kick 2 goals to win the game, Shannon.
Yeah, they do, but the theme of the night's been getting the ball forward quickly, and in these conditions, just forcing it forward and gaining metres, and Nightcliff done that very well, and the classy Cam Moller gets on the end of it with a
Nice and
brilliant
tight,
snap.
man, butter. Tell them all tight, eh?
So 27 minutes gone. We're looking for the restart here in the middle of the ground. All eyes towards the timekeepers, but no action there at the moment as we just waiting for the umpires to be happy that everyone's in position. And ball goes up now. Big Robertson gets his hand to the ball. Chitas in there tried to tap it to the advantage of his teammate. But again, the ball's wrapped up, and a restart right in the middle of the ground once again.
Yeah, longest quarter so far, Stu, just coming up to the 28-minute mark.
So the thump out of there. Dalhouse working hard for Southern Districts, does really well to lay that tackle and force the ball out. Again, Nightcliff with numbers there, but it's Staunton on the end of this one, picks it, gets forced to the ground, and the ball spills out deep in the forward pocket for Southern Districts.
And it's Southern Districts who have taken the win here at Darwin Mazda Nightcliff Oval. 9-13-67, defeating Nightcliff Tigers 8-6-54 in what you would call an upset, Shannon Rusker.
Yeah, they were definitely the underdogs tonight, but they played a team game, but there were some very, very good individuals for Southern Districts in James Chitas and Lionel Ogden in the first 3 quarters. Labba tirelessly worked all day. Michael Bowden and spoke about the medium-sized defenders, but Nightcliff are a quality side. They never gave up all day. They just needed a few more helpers to help Cam Eilert up forward, and eventually in the last quarter they did get that work rate up, and they did help it out.
And good sign of sportsmanship there. We just see the two coaches shaking hands and having a chat after the game. Nightcliff's coach Chris Bucks congratulating Matty Cannard on his win here. As we said, Southern Districts led all game. Nightcliff were never really out of it though, Stu.
Certainly they were in the game all night, and as you'd expect, they've been the benchmark of the competition for a couple of years now, but I thought Districts were really well coached tonight, and they were really organised in defence and put plenty of pressure on up forward as well, so thoroughly deserved their win, and really kickstarts their season now, I would think.
Yeah, absolutely. An impressive win by Southern Districts. We'll wrap up the coverage now. Big thank you to everyone for joining us here from Darwin, Mazda, Nightcliff Oval. As I said,